Tonight, 54-year-old Jerry Funk is behind bars, charged with murder. Good evening, I'm Lisa Schmidt.
And I'm Larry Lemons. Police say Funk shot and killed a man at Funk's McCormick Road home Monday. The victim in the shooting was rushed to the hospital and died late last night with a gunshot wound to the stomach. Pro News 7's Marissa Lucero joins us now with more on this investigation. Marissa?
Lisa, Larry, Randall County authorities say Jerry Funk was in the middle of being questioned when the sheriff's department got word that the victim had died at the hospital. Then everything changed. For now, all we know is a white man, his identity not being released at this time, went to 54-year-old Jerry Funk's home. Police say the two men got into an argument, which then got physical and ended with Funk shooting the man in the stomach.
Deputies responded out there and found, the victim outside his, I don't know, he was around his pickup.
Randall County Sheriff's PIO Danny Alexander says the altercation never made it inside. He says both the victim and Funk were taken by ambulance to Northwest Texas Hospital. The victim had to have emergency surgery but died just a few hours later, while Funk was treated with minor injuries, then released to police.
He was being questioned at the time that the victim died, and he was arrested on a murder charge, and he was placed in our jail.
Funk was arraigned earlier today and is being held on a $150,000 bond. Neighbors who live by Funk say he owned his own barbershop on South Georgia and has lived at 2517 McCormick for a few years. But right now, Funk remains behind bars and the doors to his shop remain locked. Alexander says investigators collected a lot of evidence at the scene, and he says the victim's truck was also taken by police and is currently at the lab. But the biggest question remains, what were the two fighting about?
Why they got into this altercation, we've had several stories, and so we're trying to let the evidence and the witnesses kind of guide us in the right direction.
The victim's identity is still not being released because all next of kin have not been identified. Marissa Lucero, Pro News 7.